Oh man.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
What
It is
is
Monday
going
night.
on? It's Sketchy Live Monday. How are you doing? You made it.
It's been a minute. We weren't here last week.
Yes. And we have a special guest that we'll probably introduce right after, but you could probably read. It's me, Dula. She doesn't have to chime in on the YouTubes
From
and
Wyoming.
type in hi.
Nope.
You know,
No.
some really crowd favorites that we love to see, which is hi.
Ah.
Hi guys. Hi. 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 Ooh,
Hi.
that was a crazy. Yo, so what how is it live? Cameron McNulty,
Oh.
my daughter.
It's good. It's
Yeah.
weird being on the other side of the camera.
Right?
Hey, so
Not
we
at home.
right. So we plan to talk about a bunch of stuff tonight. We're gonna do a bit of a recap. Hopefully, I'm gonna be able to share some pictures. We hope to talk about our great guest that we had on before the break, Thomas Estrada. That was a phenomenal
Episode. Yeah.
yeah. What are you doing over there?
Fixing
Boxing.
myself. Just fixing
And much,
myself.
much more. Sketchy Live Monday starts now.
We'll be right
Boing.
back.
Welcome back to Sketchy Live Monday.
Hey guys.
What is going on? Man, we've missed hanging out with you guys. We had such a fun time hanging out with Thomas Estrada. What an amazing guest. The week before that, we had our good friend Piero from the Mad Fabricators channel. And tonight, brought to you by the good people of Wyoming, it's me, all the way across the pond.
Hello.
It's me, Cameron McNulty.
Joining us in studio tonight.
It's Cam Jalopy.
Also in studio are the grandkids, which is why
Yes.
we are not in our studio
Yes.
because their beds are in there.
They're taking up the space.
And it's late and they're in bed.
Well, we'll see.
We
I
decided
see little heads speaking out. It'll probably happen.
we didn't want to skip another week. We wanted to
No.
get back in with you guys. So we thought we'd do a really fun thing tonight and take a look back at some of the movie car stuff that we've done
Yes,
in the
we're
past.
gonna do that, but I don't want to jump right into that. You know, let's talk about what's been going on there
Yes.
and around the Jalopy house.
Go ahead.
Hey, everybody, who's on the broadcast?
We have James Olchin joining us and Jim Pollen
What?
from Hobo's Hot Rod Garage in Horse Heads,
Hobo's
New York.
Hot Rod
Custom B roll.
Garage, and look who just popped in.
Sam Metro.
The good buddy Sam. I need to call that guy.
And he had a birthday. And
Yes.
I totally did not wish you happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to
Happy
you.
birthday to
Happy
you.
birthday to you.
Happy birthday, Sam
Happy
Metro.
birthday.
Happy
Happy birthday
birthday
to
to
you. We love you, Sam.
Yeah.
Frank Pupello joining us. Here's Johnny. Sketchy
What
Live is on the air. We've got Rob Earl also
Please silence
tuning
your
in.
cell phones. Please silence your
Cool.
cell phones.
My Tuesday lunch is served with a side order of Sketchy Live fries.
Nice.
Hi there, Eddie B and Johnny and the family from a lovely day here in the Hunter Valley, Australia.
What's going on?
Welcome.
Down under.
Michael. Hey guys. Hope you're all doing well.
What's going on?
We are doing great. So it's been a
Yes.
fantastic week and a half already, I feel like, or a week and a day.
Peter Rice.
Oh, yes.
Sorry.
First
He
rule-
just said silence
Sorry.
your cell
First
phone.
rule-
Sorry, I
First
did.
rule of
Unreal.
podcasting. You turn your phone off.
Sorry.
This is what happens.
I'm a
when-
newbie. Leave me alone.
We have been out in the sun with the kids. The kids have
Yeah.
been in the pool. We went to the beach.
So this
We
is a
went
really cool
to-
situation that's happened here at the Jalopy house. Is my daughter, my estranged. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh,
My
geez,
my
thanks.
daughter, who lives in Wyoming, a long ways away from Florida, and I got to go out and visit them. How many years ago was that? Well, Grayson was like
Mm,
At least
Grayson
8.
was
It was at least 8
Ooh.
It was 8
years.
years.
Yeah.
So I got to go out there and when they were living in
Hot Springs.
Hot Springs.
South Dakota.
Yeah. And so I got to go out and see Cam and my grandson and
2 grandsons at
grandson.
that
Yeah,
point.
that's right. That's right. They were very young.
hmm
And then, of course, my other daughter, Allison's kids, which was great. And we actually got to go out and kind of hang out and went to some. You guys took me to some city thing. It was,
We took you to
Tons of
Hill
gra-
City and you went through a cave. A
yeah,
mine.
bunch
We
of,
went-
it was some
gold
cool
grinding or
graffiti
something.
everywhere.
Yeah.
It was a really cool place. Anyways, but they were super young. So this, I mean, 8, 9 years under the bridge that's happened, and now they're here, and they're fun kids. I mean, they're what is it? Grayson's third.
Grayson
13?
is
They'll
11.
be 12,
Oh,
9,
going
and
up-
6 this
So
year.
going up, yeah. So they're that perfect impressionable age, and it's been one amazing situation after another. I came in and was getting ready to, I think, going to work, or it was my day off, and my granddaughter's walking around in my big giant Converse. That was heart melting. My grandson has taken my other jalopy hat and that's his.
Yeah.
So that's been really cool.
Used and sweaty and
Yeah.
disgusting,
Yep.
but he loves it.
Yeah, it's so cool. And then just being able to just do fun stuff, and we took them in the old cars, and it was just a great time. And of course, the big bonus is spend time with my daughter and catch up and
Mhm.
learn things and talk about stuff, and it's been great. It's been an amazing thing. So that's a super fun. Don't you agree?
They've had fun.
She's really
They've had fun.
they've had fun.
We've all had fun.
Florida is fun.
We got to
I've
the
gotten to
beach.
spend a lot of time with
So
you.
you guys
this
spent
time.
a ton of
Yeah,
time
I've been home the whole time.
Yeah.
So
bonding and whatnot.
right.
Yeah.
But I've been berated every day that I've had off that I have to have plans, and I don't.
He's not a
I'm
planner.
I'm
Not
I'm
a strong suit. No.
I'm a seat by the seat of your britches type of
Mhm.
person. But we do have. I'm super excited about this. On one of the, so I'm going to be off for the next 3 days. So one of these 3 days, I do have a plan, which
Oh,
is
Look at you.
the kids and I are going to go out to the garage, and we're going to project. We're going to do a welding project. I'm going to teach the boys and my little granddaughter how to weld.
She'll love that.
Because I know she's going to want to, and maybe even my
I might
daughter will
even go
jump
there
in.
too. Who knows?
I wasn't invited.
But we want.
It's fine.
Yeah, I've given you opportunities to try to weld, and you're like, I don't want to. My hair. No.
Never said that.
No?
Go ahead.
Okay. Oh, you're gonna do that now.
Just finish your
Unbelievable.
story. You're making robots.
So, we are.
That's what you said.
Oh, so yeah, that's why I don't have to plan. Someone plans for
Oh,
me.
yeah, we got that.
Anyways, robots. We're gonna weld up some robots. Let's steal some Shaggy ideas, and we're gonna make some stuff.
Yeah, that'll be cool.
Something maybe not too heavy that goes in their suitcase and stuff. So
Yeah.
That they can bring home.
yeah,
A
that's
parting gift.
for sure. That'll be fun, and at least they'll get the experience of what welding is like.
Well, and we also talked about you maybe doing some t-shirts with them, having
Oh,
them
yeah, yeah.
design their own t-shirts,
Yeah,
and
we
we've got
definitely
the
wanna
press
do-
here, so
definitely
we
wanna
may do
some
that.
Jalopy t-shirts, and I watched the video today of some kind of airbrushing.
Hmm.
Oh my god, I'm jonesing.
You got to get it back out.
I'm jonesing to airbrush.
Got to see where we're at.
So we're super excited about that stuff and getting out there with the kids. And, had so
And
much
we
fun
will
in the
be
cars already.
videoing.
Yes, we're gonna video for content,
We'll
which they're
video.
so excited.
They want to be on TV.
They're like, because they watch YouTube a lot.
They're YouTube junkies. It's so
Yes.
crazy to me because when you told me about YouTube and how everybody's just watching YouTube now,
Mhm.
like scrolling through reels and watching,
Ah,
and I'm like, who is watching this stuff?
we found our audience.
Yeah.
Your grandkids. That's
Yeah.
all the boys watch is YouTube.
Yeah.
they don't even watch
Nope.
regular shows. They're not watching.
Although you put cartoons on today, and they were like, what is this?
I know I did have. I'm like, look, we have Cartoon Network and Nickelodeon. You guys are gonna watch this
Yeah.
stuff right now.
You're gonna watch some Animaniacs and be completely ruined because of the violence and cussing.
Oh yeah.
Mm.
As we watched some R-rated movie last night with them. Anyways, Grandpa turned it off.
I was gonna say, what were you watching?
Well, I turned it on. It was Hear No Evil, See No Evil.
Oh, not good.
What are you talking about? The great Gene
Cursing.
Wilder, Gene Wilder and
Yeah.
Richard Pryor. How bad could it
That
get?
is not gonna hold their attention.
It did.
It didn't. They were done.
I lost her.
Yeah.
10 minutes in. I was cracking up. I'm like, oh my god, this is the best! I can't wait to watch.
I'm
this.
pretty
Like,
sure I also walked
You
away.
fell asleep.
Yeah.
I'm going to bed.
Anyway, so some fun things planned for
Yeah.
the kids this week, car related,
Super
art
fun.
related.
Yeah.
I'm excited for you to spend that time with them because you've been looking forward to this.
Yes, I can't. The influence on the grandkids is
Yeah.
so exciting.
Yeah.
To have some sort of, be able to put my stank on them.
Great. Great way to put it.
Bet they can't wait for that.
Like where you lick them and that's.
Well, you
that's
did go
Oh.
through, you had some Hot Wheels.
Yeah, I had. I forgot. Well, I didn't forget. I had this box of Hot Wheels that a guy I used to work with, and that was 2000. And well, it was way before I met you, and when I first moved here. Anyways, I guess his uncle or something like that collected Hot Wheels, and he had a big box of extras that he had sent this guy, and he's like, I don't care about Hot Wheels. You want these things? I know you like cars, because I had a Hot Wheels all over my toolbox. And I was like, yeah, I'll take them. And he brings this box. I'm like, holy cow, this thing's full of
Or
Hot
a
Wheels.
bunch.
And so I hadn't really opened and looked at them. And I opened them up yesterday and immediately was like, oh man, these are really good. So I divvied some out for myself, some favorites that
3 for Grandpa,
Yeah.
Right?
2 for Mason.
Yeah.
3 for
I think I kept about 10, 15 of them. But he still has a full box, like 40.
Yeah.
And then we were looking it up yesterday, right, Kim?
Yeah.
And it was like 1 or 2 of the cars already are like $15, $20 cars. And I was like, holy cow, this kid could, man, it might be his retirement fund. I just
Yeah.
gave him and didn't even know it.
Yeah.
Mom might have
15 bucks.
go
thank
through the
goodness.
box. She's
Yeah.
some for me,
Yeah.
some for Mason.
And he was like, well, do I open them up and play with them? I'm like, listen, buddy, it's your call, but some of these might be worth money. So that's that hard part. Like, how do you, something is cool, and I'm not a collector guy. I've opened up every single
I
thing
had
I've ever had.
Barbies and it was the same deal with the Barbies. And I'm like, what's the point of me having it? I'm just going to play with it. So that's what I did.
Yeah, because if we'd have kept probably the Barbies and G.I. Joes and stuff that we had as kids, we probably would have. I mean, I know like my brother for the longest time had collected all the Star Wars stuff and had it, I mean, up into like his 20s. And this is like first gen Star Wars stuff. So it's probably worth a ton of money.
Right.
And he gave it to my nephew, who immediately took it outside and just
Destroyed it.
destroyed.
Rude.
Not on purpose, but it wasn't like he had given them to him not as a thing to collect.
Right.
But he, as a kid, I remember my brother, that's what he would say, that I'm going to keep these forever and ever, and I'm going to retire with these because they're going to be worth so much money. Of course, they were all open.
He's still working.
Played with and stuff like that. So, but yeah. So,
That's
what are people
funny.
saying?
Well, we've got Mary Evans joining us, maybe
Hey,
Dan as
Mary.
well. Yep. Hi, guys, from
Dan.
both of us. Jim Pollen said that's awesome. Teach him young.
Yeah.
I agree. Paul Marziani is joining us from Bradenton, Florida. Welcome, Paul.
Nice.
We've got Lizzie Daughtry, Elizabeth Handmade Jewelry and Crafts.
Hello.
She's not saying hello to us, though. She's saying hello to Paul.
Oh,
only.
okay.
And then we've got Riff Driven joining us as
Just
well.
Paul. We'll put that
So.
up there. Look at that. Just for Paul.
We appreciate you guys tuning in over here on YouTube. I know that this is transitional. I miss the interaction on Facebook. I do.
How is it
But
different?
we're growing our
These are
audience
all the
here.
same people
And
that were over there on Facebook with us.
we are
Yeah, look at them.
We are.
They came over because they love us.
very excited to see
Or
you all
they
here.
just
So
want to
thank you.
hear the carnage of you yelling and arguing with me.
Probably. All right.
Or both.
So,
Probably a little of both. Yeah.
so let's pose the question to you, Cameron.
Me.
What is your favorite movie car? You've seen a bunch of
Mine-
movies.
Well, have you seen movies with cars in it? And would you even consider, so are you a car person? Does cars matter to you at all?
Not like it does to you.
Right.
I will have to say my favorite car movie would probably have to be Grease 2.
Okay.
That's my favorite.
Okay.
What was the car? Do you remember?
No.
Well, let's hold on.
don't.
Freeze 2 is motorcycles.
Well, they had cars in it too.
Yeah, there were cars.
Yeah.
I mean, there was the cool
Yeah.
They were
rider.
all the gangs were in motorcycles. The only person I think drove a car in any scenes that you saw cars was because they still had what's her name in it, the pink hair girl.
Mm.
Why am I forgetting her name? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
What
Beauty
is her-
school dropout.
What is her name?
I don't
Why
know.
can't I think of her name?
Do not know.
Come on.
I
what is
love
her name?
Grease.
She's
Grease is
the
one of my
pink-
favorite
she's one of
movies.
the pink ladies.
I can't remember.
What is her name? Somebody. What's her name?
Anyone.
It's
Frenchie.
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 Okay.
Ding, 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 ding. Frenchie's, and I believe it was a Studebaker that she's driving.
Mm.
So that was that car.
So then maybe that's the one you
Maybe.
like.
But if you were going to pick if money was limitless, right? You didn't have to worry about a car payment or whatever. What have you seen out there that you're like, I would love to have that car? Hard question.
It is.
It is.
Mary Evans said Vanishing Point.
Oh, great movie.
I
Great
don't-
movie and great movie
Yeah.
I
car.
don't think I've seen that. What's the car? That one.
That is a Dodge Challenger.
Oh, you do
White.
like those. Out of the muscle cars, you've always
The Dodges of that era 70s
Yeah.
are really, really cool. But they had a lot of ugly cars that Dodge made as well. But what's funny is those ugly cars have now they've like grown on me, where I'm like, they're kind of cool. I'm not a big muscle car guy though, you know.
right.
Sam Metro, Munster Coach and Dragula from
Yep.
yeah, for sure the Munster Coach. That
Oh.
wouldn't be my all-time favorite. Yeah, so TV or movies. Because we've done, over here at Sketchy Live, we've done a pretty substantial amount of over the course of, we did it in like a 3-year shot where we did movie car
Movie
drawings
car and TV car. Yeah.
and TV car. So, in a little bit, I'll pull up some files and we'll look at those and we'll kind of talk about those different cars. But, think about it right now. So what's your favorite? Do you figure it out yet?
Let me ponder about
How
it.
about you, babe?
Rob Spear said, "Hey everybody, it was in Melbourne, Florida last weekend, and you did not call us, Rob. We are not far from there."
Yeah. That's all good.
My favorite movie or show car.
Yeah, if it was a TV or a movie car, like
Well-
you go, oh my god, that's the coolest.
I always thought the Dukes of Hazzard car was cool.
Yeah.
And I liked the Smokey and the Bandit thing.
The Black Trans
the
Am.
Pontiac. Yeah, Pontiac. And those are really the two major ones. Like, cause I wasn't watching the movies as a car, but like as a car fan,
Right.
but those cars were like a
Yeah.
pivotal part of the show or
Right.
movie. So that, and then Christine, like when I watched Christine, because that was all about the car.
Right.
Herbie the Love Bug, all about the car. You know
Right.
what I mean? So I wasn't watching movies and saying, man, that's a cool car.
Really?
I was watching the movies and just
Watching
enjoying the
movies.
plot of the
Or a
movie.
t- Or a TV show that you watched, like when Magnum PI was on, did you go, oh my god, it'd be so cool to have a Ferrari?
Well, yeah, the convertible. Yeah. I always liked a convertible.
Right.
Yeah. So that,
So the top that if you could, so now with that in mind though, if you could, again, limitless funds thrown at you, now that you have all your car knowledge and stuff, because it may have changed since the last time we've spoken, or because you've seen a lot more different varieties of cars now, from
yeah.
full custom cars to exotics and that kind of stuff. So if money was no object, what would it be? Would it be a movie car, or would it be something modern?
Well, I still like the 49 Merc, but I don't know what movie that was in.
Well, there's been 49 Mercs in a lot of movies.
Okay. Well, then there you have it. That's still a car that I would want if I was going to get a classic car, but then I love the trucks as well.
Right.
So anything C10, I don't know what I can't think of a movie that was in to where it stood out to me. Maybe something in,
I think what's interesting to me is I when I met you, you talked about that you like trucks.
yeah,
But I don't think you had, like, in your mind, I don't think it was old trucks.
no, it wasn't.
And it wasn't until we went to some car shows that you saw a variety of different older trucks and started having an opinion.
Well, do you know why I like trucks?
No.
Because my dad drove a truck when he worked for a construction company.
Oh.
And it,
Or when he was a garbage man.
no, leave me alone. Because he worked construction and they gave him a company truck. And to me, the truck represented a working class guy
Right.
and a hard worker, because
Mhm.
that's what my dad was. So every time I saw a guy in a truck, I'm like, man,
You figured
That's
he
a
was
hard worker.
worker?
Yeah. Boy, was I wrong.
Yeah, not always.
but I mean, there's still a lot of guys that drive trucks that, are contractors or,
Right.
just working with their
Work
hands.
trucks.
That always interests me because I would sit there and watch my dad do, like, he did some woodworking stuff and he could fix anything. Like, he was my superhero.
Right.
So, and like when I met you, you had a truck. You had your dad's truck.
Yeah.
Still a truck. Ranger.
Right.
Smaller truck, but it was still a truck.
Right.
And then you got a truck after that. Well, you
Right.
had the 4Runner,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
then you got the Dodge truck. Then
Mm,
you had the Chevy truck.
right.
Now you've got the Gladiator truck. You're a truck guy. You're a worker. I don't know. I find that attractive.
Okay.
Call me odd.
But
Do
when
we
you,
share this?
Whatever floats your boat.
What is your husband drive?
Well, right now he drives a company truck.
But it's a truck nonetheless. It's a truck
He
nonetheless.
kind of has to. So
Well, still. That's why I like the trucks.
So would you say that? But okay, so the truck thing was the thing that you were interested in. You liked the idea of what a truck is.
Yes.
And the mystique of a truck is what brought you to that
Two
point.
trucks. But then when I
But-
started seeing the different types of truck again,
Right.
and I'll use the word bulbous because I don't like the bulbous
You're
trucks.
not a 40s.
Yeah,
you're not
that's
a
the 40s.
truck. You're barely a 50s truck because a lot of those still had very rounded fenders, depending upon make.
Late
model.
50s, early 60s.
What you really now you've seen 70s, 80s, they call them the square bodies or those, and you've started to
The
kinda like-
70s ones, yeah,
'cause
they're not
you
bad.
pointed out some Fords and Chevys that you were like, oh, I really like those, but C10 60s era is really your jam.
That's my sweet spot.
That's your jam.
Yeah.
Now, have you seen? I don't know. Have you really seen up close? Well, maybe I'm sure you have.
Yeah.
Like the Suburbans and the Blazers.
They're
and
too
stuff of
big.
those
See,
years.
you know my feeling. I don't like a long body. They're too big.
So what's interesting about ADB is she looks at the wheelbase of something or the size of something, and she immediately says, "Oh, that's too big." And I'm like, "It's the same wheelbase as this car." And she's
Yes,
like,
but
"There's no
you
way.
have-
That's way bigger."
you've
And I'm like,
got-
no, it's not.
You've got 4 feet of truck bed hanging over the back wheel. It's too long.
4 feet of truck bed.
Yeah. I don't know.
How much bed do you have?
A lot.
Are you going long bed?
I don't want. That's what I'm
Right,
saying.
you
I
want a
don't
short
want.
box.
I do.
Yeah, yeah. 60s, C10, like 60s.
I don't like the step side. I don't like the flare
60,
side.
like a 66 is kind of your jam. 65, 66.
Whatever you want to get me, babe.
Because then as you go into the like 68, 69, it gets a little more. It changes a little bit, but you pointed out that you like those as well.
So what movie or TV show have you seen those in?
Those trucks
Mhm.
specifically, I don't think they were ever thinking of a movie or a television show. I don't think they were specifically up front as a like the lead character ever drove something like that.
Right.
Now, as you got into the 70s TV shows, the one that I saw the most of that made me go, "Oh man, I want a 4-wheel drive," was the Fall Guy truck.
Mm,
That was Lee Majors
that's a
driving,
little too
and that
hopped up
was
for me.
and it was on big 44-inch mud tires, and it was a square body 2-tone paint job, chrome everything.
Yeah, that one.
and it
did
was
not
sick.
interest me. Did you draw that one yet?
We did not. I drew it in. I drew that in Inktober.
Okay.
but
So
we
you
did
might
not
be able
draw
to do a
that.
redo on that.
Yeah, but the Fall Guy truck was. I was like, man, a 4x4 would be cool. And of course, everybody fell in love with the 4x4 pickup truck that was in Back to the Future.
Yeah.
Marty McFly's dream truck,
Yeah.
which Toyota redid
Oh, we just saw one
Yeah.
not too long ago
with
too.
the license plate McFly on it, which
Yeah.
was really cool.
Have you thought of something yet?
I would say it's not in a movie or a TV show.
Right,
So
no.
it'd probably have to be your Jeep growing up.
Oh, okay,
Aw.
like a 70s.
Mhm.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
CJ7, good choice. Good choice. Good choice.
We do like the Jeeps.
I
We
really,
do.
there's nothing like a CJ7. And I remember even, going back when I first fell in love with Jeep was my good friend's dad had one. And I remember getting to ride in it, but it was the C5, CJ5. And I always thought, I'd see this. He was kind of a bigger guy trying to climb over that hump because the doors were shaped different in a CJ5 and the wheelbase was much shorter. And I remember going, "Oh, dude, as a big guy, I don't think you can get in that." And then when I saw CJ7, where the doors were normal size and it was a little bit longer wheelbase, I was like,
I'm in.
"That thing is sick." So CJ7 would be like what Daisy Duke drove in Dukes of Hazzard.
Mm.
That's a CJ7. CJ5 would be closer to like the military type Jeeps where
Mhm.
the wheel arches to get into the seat was, where the shovel would have been and stuff like that. So it's a little more closed off.
And I think my love of Jeeps probably came from MASH.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think that was my first real.
Yeah. And war movies. I loved watching.
Yeah.
MASH is a good movie.
You
TV show.
I would love to have one of those big Deuce and a Halves would be cool. The big trucks. See, there we go back to the truck. Yeah. Of course, I was as a kid, my dream was to grow up and be a truck driver because my favorite shows were BJ and the Bear,
Right.
and of course Smokey and the Bandit, Convoy. That's the truck it was the BJ and the Bear truck. You remember what that looked like? That's another one we need to do. BJ
Well,
and
what
the
did
Bear.
you draw then? Convoy? You drew a semi.
We drove the Convoy,
Yeah.
the rubber duck truck,
Yeah.
which was a big black Mack truck pulling a fuel trailer. And I thought how dangerously cool that is.
Yeah.
That was like
Jeez.
should you just pop yourself in the face?
I'm not used to having
This is what
on
we
this
don't do.
side.
What are people saying?
Mary Evans said favorite car is 1964 GTO, sick car.
Yeah.
Sam Metro said the California Kid. Yes. And we were supposed to do an episode on this.
Yes.
And you were supposed to draw it because he made me watch the movie.
And it was a great movie.
I
Come
enjoyed
on.
it. It wasn't bad.
Who was
Never
it?
seen it.
Who was in it?
Yeah.
Martin Sheen.
Yeah,
Come on.
it was him.
Mm.
As a young guy.
Sam Metro said Cobra and Rebel Without a Cause had marks in them.
Yes, that's true.
Okay.
That's true.
Well, there you go.
That's true.
Michael said Monkey Mobile. Monkey Mobile. Oh, the Monkeys Mobile. Any 70s Ford F Series.
Yeah.
We did draw the Monkey Mobile.
We did do that. Yes,
because
we
I
did.
am a Monkeys fan.
Yeah.
Rob Spears said, "What movie was it that Stallone had that slammed lead sled?"
Yeah, so that was Cobra.
Oh, okay.
That's the one Metro was talking
Okay.
about. And that was a sick, I want to say that wasn't a 49 though. I think that was a 50 mark. But that thing,
Well,
I
49, 50,
remember-
fairly close.
I remember thinking to myself when I saw that movie Cobra that like, okay, here's a modern version. Because the way they had done it is not specifically hot rod. He built it like it was slammed and it was still a chopped Merc, but it had like, fatter, like muscle car type wheels on it, but it looked
Mhm.
like it could just like he was jumping the thing and running it into cars.
I don't think
Like,
I've ever seen it.
the movie Cobra.
Yeah.
with Sylvester Stallone. It's a great,
I
hor-
love Sly.
it's a great,
I probably watch it.
horribly bad cop movie that's really good. But
Oh, it's a
terribly-
cop movie?
He's a cop.
Oh,
He's a badass cop.
that's believable.
He's
Yeah.
the beginning of the movie is basically there's a guy holding hostages, right? And they're like, we better call the Cobretti in. And then here comes this Merc sliding into frame.
His
If I
last name
remember-
was Cobretti.
yeah. That's why it's Cobra.
Stupid.
Twin pearl handled
Quite the reach.
guns
Okay.
with cobras on it.
I'll watch it.
That makes
I like
sense.
Sly.
We gotta watch it because I would love it's a great movie. It's so bad it's great.
Rob Earl said the Green Hornets Chrysler Imperial Crown from the movie from a few years ago is pretty boss.
Yeah, for sure.
Green
The
Hornet.
Green Hornet's a cool back in the day custom car, and I want to say was that Barris that did the Hornet?
Mike Williams joining us. Hello from Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Love saying Tuscaloosa.
Hornet.
Sam said, "Hey Rob, the movie was called Cobra." Yep. Michael, I wrapped my dad's '67 C10 around an elm tree. Not a good day for me. No, or for your father.
No,
Rob Spear said Daisy Duke had a Jeep. Yes, sir.
yeah, CJ7.
Yeah.
Who built the car? Green Hornet.
Okay, so we're doing a Google search
Yeah.
at the moment.
Dun, 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 dun.
Black Beauty. Oh, it's built by Dean Jeff. Okay.
Dean Jeffries.
This is Dean Jeff.
Dean Jeff.
I wonder if it is Dean Jeffries.
Hmm. Is the page cut off? Maybe
Yeah. When,
the RIES is
haha. Anyone know?
Let's see. 71 Cuda, Rift Driven said.
Barracuda.
Paul Marziani said Mad Max's Police Interceptor.
Come on, for sure. Is Dean Jeffries? Yeah.
It is. Okay.
Yes. Oh my God, for real. So that's the heart that. Okay. There's too many choices. That's the problem.
And it sounds like there's quite a few of these that maybe you haven't done yet.
We did do that. We did.
Oh, you
We
did?
did the Mad Max Police Interceptor. We also did the chase.
We had a 2 set of Mad Max.
We did the chase car of the police, the yellow and blue police cars from the movie as well.
You're going to pull up some
From-
stuff for
yeah.
us?
I can.
Let's look. We'll do a
Go to
glance back at years past. During the pandemic in 2020, we weren't leaving the house. And Johnny and I are normally out and about on weekends, even weekday evenings. Most of the time we have stuff planned. But during the pandemic, since we weren't able to go anywhere, we stayed home, and he was doing a lot of drawing, and we were doing a lot of prep work for the Sketchy Life program. And he got a bug up his butt one day and said, let's do a series of movie cars. He just, I don't know what inspired you to do it. Do you even remember?
Well, there was, some other artists that were starting to do some movie car stuff too. And I was like, well, that seems like pretty fun.
Yeah.
So how fun would it be to just do that?
So that's what we did. And we, as you were drawing during the Sketchy Life program, and all of these are on YouTube now. So you can go back and look, and you can actually access them from the website as well. But we did basically a recap of the movie.
Yeah, we would
Movie
I
plot.
would try to get you to watch the movie, or we would do something.
And I did not.
or there'd be movies like Mad Max. I'm pretty sure you remember.
I did watch Mad
the original.
Max.
Do you remember the original Mad Max movie, or do you remember?
Just
Do you
Gibson.
remember Road Warrior,
I don't.
which was the first one?
I wasn't an adventure sci-fi
It wasn't. Well,
gal.
I don't
Yeah, it
think-
is kind of.
it's more action than sci-fi.
If it wasn't a comedy, I wasn't watching it.
So
pretty
there's
much.
the 2 Mad Max cars.
Yeah.
There's the Police Interceptor, and then there's the cop car.
Why not do the big giant thing with the band playing?
So that's
and
the newest Fury
Yeah.
Road stuff, and I haven't done that yet.
that would be cool.
Yeah, and then there's also I forget what it's called, where it's the 3 Cadillacs stacked on top of each other, big 4-wheel drive thing. Same movie.
Didn't
You
don't
don't
remember it.
that's the main that's the main villain's car.
Never-
Oh, I don't know. You never watched Mad Max?
Mm-mm.
Oh,
And so there's our MASH
yeah, super cool.
TV show nod. Are you seeing these?
Yeah.
And then we went to American Graffiti, which I even sent this to Paul. Lamont, I always forget the way he pronounces his name. Lamont, Paul Lamont. Yeah, the guy that played this character,
Oh, okay, cool.
Milner. And then there's the Monkey Mobile.
Yeah, so cool.
Do you remember that from the TV show?
Mm-hmm.
This was King Kong.
Oh,
Had
nice.
had nothing to do. I was like, how do we do a movie thing, but with not a movie thing? And this was a quick. These are sketchy live ones, so these are some of
Yeah.
these are pretty rough. Then there's the Max Overdrive
Mhm.
truck. There's the Munster Coach. Someone
Mhm.
mentioned.
Yeah, these were so fun.
Yeah. There's the Mystery Machine.
Yeah,
Scooby-Doo,
Scooby Doo.
which we just had a discussion. You asked,
Oh,
does
geez.
Scooby Doo talk? And
Yes,
I'm like, yes, he does. And you're like, I don't remember him talking.
because when I say Ruh-roh, Shaggy, I'm thinking of Ruh-roh from Astro in the Jetsons.
Right. Why would you say Shaggy then?
I know.
Right.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
Those are 2 different
I know.
cartoons.
I know. That's what I'm saying. So I don't know where I got the Ruh-roh from. I think that is still Astro, but
Then there's our Blues Brothers tribute. A great
That
love
came
that
out
movie.
great.
And we've watched that.
yeah,
We went to a Blues Brothers night where we got to watch Blues Brothers on the big screen, which was
downtown
amazing. That
with
was
my
so
with my
cool.
dad and sister when they came to visit last
Yeah.
year.
So that was. Have you ever seen that movie, Blues Brothers?
No.
Great movie. If you-
She doesn't look
full of
interested.
full of
No,
music.
I
and-
never have.
Full of
I
music
haven't seen
and
it.
great music and just an all around
Very action
comedy and
packed.
action.
Check it out.
At the time this movie was made, it had the most cars wrecked in a movie, like where it was like hundreds of cars.
Hmm.
So it had like the record and people had been trying to match that ever since.
Mm-hmm.
This is the Great Race, which was Professor Fate's car, and a couple of his other little ingenuity things he built. Of course, Speed Racer.
Mm-hmm.
There's
Mm.
Racer X. I loved this cartoon when I was a kid. Starsky and Hutch.
Fun one.
Yep. So there's the old Ford Torino. Smokey and the Bandit.
Mm-hmm.
Our Jerry Reed truck.
Love the way you did the side on that.
We even got
That's so good.
Mhm.
what's his name? The dog. Do you remember
Oh,
the dog's name?
bear.
No.
Oh,
Butch.
Smokey and the Bear. No,
It was,
Who was-
anyone? Anyone chiming in?
no,
Anyone got it?
nope.
It is brain farting.
Ah,
You don't even
know it is.
remember.
I was trying to
He
remember.
does that to me. Fred.
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 That's
Matt
right.
Williams.
Yeah.
Ding, ding, ding.
There's Speed Racer.
Fred.
I had to make sure he always had that look on his face.
Yeah.
And then, of course, my favorite TV show.
Yes.
This
Oh my
was
God, you
when you
love
talk
this
about
one.
trucks. This really was the first truck. I can't believe I forgot about when we were talking about the Fall Guy. This is the first truck I fell in love with.
Mm.
Was the Dodge truck that was the emergency truck. Like
What
I
year do you
still,
think that was?
60s.
Mm.
I still would, if I could get my hands on an emergency truck with the utility thing like that. That would be so badass. And slammed like this, that would be the sickest thing ever. Oh my God, that'd be so cool. And then especially do the Squad 51 style stuff on the side, but do it all kind of crazy. Then there's our Smokey and the Bandit Trans
That came out so
Am.
good.
There's our Duke brothers.
Yep.
Early on in
This
the
is when he
Sketchy
was doing some caricatures as well.
2020
Mm.
or 2020.
Yeah.
This is when we did this one. There's the Vanessa Van from Corvette Summer.
Mm-hmm.
You ever seen that movie?
No.
Mark Hamill's movie that he had, if I remember right, the way the timeline goes, he had just finished filming Star Wars. It hadn't come out yet. So nobody really knows him other than he's been on TV, like doing soap operas and commercials and stuff, right? So nobody really knows Mark Hamill yet. Does this movie as another project, gets hired on to do this car movie. It kind of was okay, but it's now become a cult classic in the car community. And then Star Wars comes out and
After
he becomes
this?
this mega star.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I believe that's the way the timeline goes. There's Wayne and Garth,
Nice.
Mirthmobile. And then there's the Wraith, which this is who was in this movie. Do you remember?
No,
Charlie Sheen was the
Oh.
Wraith.
he's done a bunch of car movies. Is he a car guy?
I don't know. Which
Huh.
other movie did he do?
You said he was in the other movie.
That's his dad.
Ew. Right.
Martin Sheen. This is Charlie Sheen.
Oh, true.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now him and Emilio were in a movie together. It was kind of an automotive movie because they were in a garbage truck. Anyone know the name of that movie?
Mm.
They were in a garbage truck.
Mm-hmm. It's a funny movie.
Is it called Garbage Men?
Close. I think it's called Men at Work.
Sanitary Man?
No, but this car was a concept car that Chrysler had.
Working Men, Matt
Work-
Williams said.
Yeah.
He's 2 for 2.
This is
Way to go,
was
man.
a concept car that Dodge had come out with, and it was a pace car. And the movie studio had made a deal with Chrysler to have the vehicle. Now the problem was there was only one of the cars, so they had to take molds off the original car so they could have cars that, because the idea of Wraith, if you've never, do you remember seeing this movie?
No.
Well, we'd have to. I hate to be a spoiler, but the car basically goes on and kills people
Oh.
Oh.
because this is someone from coming back from the dead.
From your photo here, it's believable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This was just a concept. We were doing a Star Wars idea, so this was just my hot rod X-wing fighter.
Nice.
And let's see, we go back. I think I skipped some back the other way. Mad Max, there's the Jetsons.
Oh,
Jetsons.
the Jetsons.
Yep.
With the Johnny Jalopy hat on.
Yeah, come on, George's
Foretelling the
it.
future.
This would be my version if George went and bought a hot rod.
Mhm.
And then of course there's the in Jerry's Cherry from American Graffiti, where the cops the rascals of the Pharaohs go and hook up the chains to these guys and take off. There's Herbie.
Herbie. That
Squirting
came out
oil
good.
out the back, by the way, if you noticed that. Who's driving?
No one.
Nobody, it's Herbie. The Groovy Ghoulies, remember that
Nope, but you made me look it up.
cartoon?
Yeah.
The Groovy Ghoulies, come on.
No.
There's the Queen Family Truckster. What movie is that from?
The Wagon Queen.
The Wagon Queen Family Truckster.
And that's Aunt so and so.
Vacation.
National
Oh,
Lampoon's
gotcha.
Vacation.
Yeah,
Okay.
look, there's the dog leash where they left the dog.
And Aunt Edna? Was
Aunt
it Edna?
Yeah, as Aunt
Yeah.
Edna. Yeah. There's
Grease.
Grease,
I know that one.
the original,
The
and
first one.
only good Grease.
No. Nope.
Ghostbusters.
Came out great.
Come on.
Frankenstein.
Frankenstein and the monster. There's Igor.
Frankenstein.
So much fun.
Yeah. Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
That was a good one.
Now
That's a
that
good
car,
movie.
when I saw that, the California, the Ferrari GT California, I was like, that is the most beautiful car I have ever seen in my whole life. When I saw this movie,
When that thing went out the
Oh, yeah.
window, I
yeah.
was like,
Cried.
oh my God.
yeah, we're just gonna go back and have a little chat.
I can't even imagine that happening to
No.
me. My parents would kill me.
So there's the rubber duck
Mm-hmm.
from the movie Convoy, Chris Christopherson driving.
Hmm.
There's the Dragula car from the Munsters, or the Munsters movie.
Yep.
My version of
Stars.
Darth Vader
Vader Mobile
show car. There's Christine as a rat rod.
as a rat rod.
Yep. Corvette Summer. So there's the combo pack that goes with the Vanessa.
Yep.
This was just Shark Week.
Yes. Oh, I remember that.
So we threw it in this custom Stingray concept card that Chevy had built.
Look at the
And
shark.
so I put him
That's cute.
in a shark. There's the Milner's arch nemesis. And there is where at the same time, what's his name's doing Corvette Summer, here is our Han Solo doing this movie
All right.
before he turns into Han Solo. American Graffiti.
What's his name?
In the movie,
No. Harrison
Harrison
Ford.
Ford. And
Young
his name-
Harrison. If you have not seen a
No,
young
I
Harrison
haven't.
Ford, look it up because he's good.
And I'm blanking on his name in the darn movie. Why am I blanking on his name?
Isn't it John?
No, that's John Milner.
Oh.
And he is
Anyone?
Damn it.
Where's Matt Williams?
Yeah, somebody.
Matt Williams. Sam Metro said the Mako.
Yes, that's correct. That was the Corvette. Here's the
Falfa.
Falfa. That's
Hang
right.
Sam.
Yep. And then here's Cannonball Run.
Another cool
van.
movie.
Yep. Great. Burt Reynolds, Back to the Future car.
Mhm.
Dukes of Hazzard. We had to
Oh.
have Boss Hogs.
That's
Yep.
right. Had to have the hogs. That was a great one.
Yeah. And we even added the Boar's Nest into the sketch. Better Off Dead.
Have you seen that?
No.
John
Ah.
Cusack. It's an epic.
She's probably watching
Yeah.
kid movies right now. Like,
Well, there's all this is
I
the
wonder
interesting
why.
thing. is
Yeah.
that these are all the movies, Cam. Had we had an opportunity to bond as when you were
Oh,
growing up,
probably.
these are the movies I would have shared with you. So we may have to just do that.
We might have to have a movie night. and
A
just-
father daughter. Let me show
watch
you
a
some of
bunch of
these.
movies.
Like I'm gonna throw Meatballs in there.
oh, did you not see that?
No.
Meatballs,
That was
Bill
great.
Murray.
That was good.
So many good movies. But here's like the kid, $2.
Yeah.
My version of Batman's the
Return.
Ratmobile,
Ratmobile.
Hmm.
and I'm
Batman.
a Batman.
You got to do Batman.
Yeah.
I love Batman. Here's my version of Smokey and the Bandit as a funny car. So just throw those in. There's Balmuto from Grease, and the
One
only
and
good,
two.
good Grease. Yeah, but he rides a motorcycle in the second one.
does
Maybe
he,
I need to go.
does he have glasses
Maybe I
on?
need to do that and go. Yeah, there she
Oh.
is.
It's small on our side.
It
So I was
is.
like, does he have
It
black
looks like
eyes?
it
Is he a
looks like you got the
zombie?
crap beat out of him.
No, he's got those aviators on.
He looked like a zombie.
There's Mr.
Ah!
T.
Mr. T.
Look how tiny he
Yeah.
looks.
That's your
gee.
kid's teacher.
Pity the fool.
Adam 12.
That came out great.
So there is. That was quite a few.
There
Those are
were.
all the movie cars that we've done thus far.
Yes. And more to come because I think we're going to dive back into it. You guys have, I think there was some comments on the post you made about going live tonight.
Yeah.
So we'll have to check those.
Yeah, because we were
and-
like, what? So let's, this is what I wanted to see was what people thought was the best if they could choose. What would you say is the best of all time? Is the greatest movie car ever?
I think it still stems back to the person's flavor because
Yeah, I
some
agree.
people like the muscle cars, so they're not
Right,
going
and-
to
but
lean
there's
towards
so
American
many, but
Graffiti
there's so
cars.
many even muscle car movies. There's ones we haven't done, like for instance, the 55 Chevy that's in American Graffiti.
Yeah.
Either I don't think it transforms, but they end up doing a 55 Chevy in another movie called Two-Lane Blacktop, which is a crazy movie about these guys basically street racing, and they've got this full-blown badass 55 Chevy that they just race dudes and drive it everywhere, and they've got like their drag slicks in the trunk, and then when they drive to a place, change the wheels, all this stuff. I've never actually got to see the movie, and what's crazy is the lead actor in Two-Lane Blacktop is a very famous singer, and that he did one movie, and it's James Taylor,
Oh. I don't know who that is.
the guy that all the yacht rock music. James Taylor.
Hmm.
You still don't know who he is, do you?
No. I
Go
know
to-
Yacht
go to-
Rock,
Go
but
to your screen, and I'll find a James Taylor song that
oh
you'll.
my god, we're not gonna be able to play it, or we're gonna get
Sure
kicked
we will.
off. No, we can't. Riff Driven said the Bullet Mustang. What's that from?
Yeah, the movie Bullet.
Oh, I didn't know that was a movie name. Did I see that? I don't think I did.
I don't think you have.
I don't think I did. You would think that I would have watched all these car movies, but
Yeah, I would have
I've
think you
not.
watched it more than I have.
Well,
Guess not.
did you
Jeez.
watch the movie Cars with the kids, the animated?
Yes.
Okay.
1 and 2 and 3.
Okay, so what is your favorite car from that?
I seen fire and I seen rain. That song.
Okay.
That's
Oh.
James Taylor.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Oh, he's good. What's your favorite car from Cars?
I don't know.
If you had to pick one.
Of all those cars, I know mine.
Me-
I know
Mater.
yours.
Mater.
Hmm. What is mine?
Lightning McQueen.
Yours is Lightning. No?
No way, dude.
Mater.
No,
I
Who?
like Mater.
the lowrider,
Oh,
Oh,
the Impala.
what was his name?
I forget. It's played by Cheech Marin. I can't think of his name.
I can't think of the name either. Oh, well. Yeah, but that was a cute movie. I had wanted you to do those. Remember, we were going to do those. and
Yeah.
you never did.
Yeah,
I thought that would be a
That'd
neat
be
thing for
cute,
him
yeah.
to do,
Yeah.
or like put your spin on it because they were already cartoons. So for you to do it
do your
in
own
your
twist.
Johnny Jalopy cartoon
style.
style, I thought that.
Oh,
would
he
be
played.
neat.
It was Ramon.
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 Yeah.
Sam said, "Johnny, call me. I'll lend you my copy of Two-Lane Blacktop."
Oh no, for real, man. Oh my god, yes, I will be calling you.
Wait, on what DVD?
DVD. You got DVD?
We do have a DVD player. Do we have a DVD?
I
player?
don't know. I hope so.
You
I
have
think
it-
we do.
You do.
So that's one of those movies I would love to see that I haven't got to see. Two-Lane Blacktop.
Oh,
But,
you've never seen it?
I've never seen it.
Oh,
I've
oh,
seen.
he said DVD. Yeah.
I've seen bits and pieces of it because car guy stuff. But that's a great. So muscle car wise, yeah, you got that the 55 Chevys. You've got as Mary pointed out, Vanishing Point,
Mhm.
which is a great movie. Coast to coast driving a car, police chasing him the whole way. Amazing movie, and the car's just this plain white,
Simple.
simple car.
Matt Williams said in the movie California Kid, when they showed a close up of the engine, it was Milner's car, and the engine sound
Yes.
came from a Corvette because the motor in the California Kid car was stock.
That is correct.
Yes, and you did point that out to me during the movie.
Yep. I told you all the fun facts.
We've got Taylor Imaging joining us. Hey guys, long time no talk. I just caught word Johnny was coming to the Lowbrow Art Show in St. Louis. Are both of you coming? BOLTH. We plan to.
Hope to, yes.
Yeah, we need to get some ducks in a row here. If not, though, we will make sure Johnny gets there at least, and he will be there.
Someone from France.
Yes.
Hey.
Albatar, hello from France. It's coffee time for me.
Hello.
Ooh.
Well, welcome.
Welcome to the show.
I don't know any French. How do you say?
Oui, oui.
Viva la
No,
France.
Missouri.
no. I was going to say good morning. I
Oh.
don't even know how to say.
That's okay. You just say good morning. You'll probably be really happy that you said good morning. Hey,
Good
good morning.
morning.
We're glad that you're having coffee with us. Hopefully, the subject matter is something fun to listen to. We're talking about movie cars, your ultimate fun, or TV show cars influenced you if you're a car person. And again, talk to my daughter and
Oh, bonjour.
Bonjour.
Oh,
Bonjour.
I should have known
bonjour.
that from Beauty and the
I don't think it's
Beast.
bonjour. I think it's bonjour.
Bonjour. Bonjour.
So good morning. Cam said she would be an older Jeep, 70s Jeep. Yes.
That's
Or
what you're
new.
Is that the same year that you had?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
about
mine was
that.
a 1979.
Maybe a little newer, like Beth has too, but
Okay. No, I get it.
It
Because they're
is
still
fun.
it's very
There's-
I
fun.
knew
Yes.
you would like it.
well, and
The kids have loved it, having the
Yes.
top down and
Yeah.
the beauty
putting their
of
hands
the
up
newer
and-
Jeep is that it's safe, and yes, it's way more convenient. Like the top is made better.
yeah.
Holy cow, gas mileage is much better.
And I've got the little turbo.
You know what's
boost.
well, you have a 4-cylinder with a turbocharger.
Do your doors come off?
Oh,
Yes.
yeah. Oh
Oh.
yeah.
We'll do that. We'll do that
Oh,
one
gosh.
time.
Yeah,
for
yeah.
you.
We'll strip it all down.
With
Here's-
the kids in the back. This will be great.
What's really cool about where was I going to go with that?
Jeeps.
Here's what's interesting. So you remember mine
Mhm.
and it had the big tires on it?
Hmm.
Here's what's crazy. The tires that are on Beth's Jeep stock are the same size tires that I had on mine that I thought were big. At the
Really?
time.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
What makes them look smaller is 17-inch rim versus a 15-inch rim, which is a much smaller wheel, which makes the tire look bigger and fatter. But the actual diameter of the tire is the same.
Is the same
of
thing?
what I had, and I thought I was running these big mud tires,
That's interesting.
and they looked way bigger on that little Jeep because the
And I
Jeep
was a lot
itself
littler,
is
too.
much smaller wheelbase and
Well, and you had a
narrower,
two.
too.
What was the equivalent of a 2-door? Where mine's a 4-door.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yes, yours is a 4-door.
A JL, if you will.
Dun, dun,
Yeah. And then of course, at 80Bs, it would be dream car, all flat out.
Still the
60s,
Merc.
49 Merc, and then
Yeah. Late 60s.
and mine would be. I already have mine, so
Yeah.
but it's not a movie car. So my ultimate movie car,
Movie or show.
or TV show. There's too many, but the California Kid definitely. That thing is so sick.
Yeah, you were so
If
excited to show me that
if
movie.
the California Kid was what it was as it was depicted, not so much the movie car that was detuned and all that kind of stuff, but like as it was portrayed as this fast hot rod machine, the California Kid, there's nothing cooler than that. Well, there is lots of things cooler than the California Kid. But
it was a bit of a dark plot for me.
well, yeah, it was.
I didn't.
Yeah, it was.
The storyline. I was just like, I was mad.
You were mad at the
I was
storyline?
mad.
Why?
Because,
Which part?
Because
The
I knew
fact
what
that-
was going
The
on.
fact that the cops.
I don't want to even talk about it right now.
What do you mean?
Because I want you to draw it and I want to talk about it
Okay,
then,
you're
and
gonna
then
save it for that?
I will voice my opinion. But it was not a feel good movie.
No.
No,
Well, there was some dark stuff going on for sure.
there was a lot of dark stuff going
a
on.
lot of dark stuff.
Anyhow,
Yeah, like
Taylor Imaging wants to know: have you seen Hot Rod? The movie Hot Rod.
with
Was it the funny one with Sandberg?
yeah, with Andy Samberg. Is
Yeah.
that the one you're talking about?
Maybe.
That hot rod, or is there a different?
I did see that. That was fun.
Because if what you're saying is my safe word is whiskey, why are you saying it that way? Saying what way?
Yeah.
Where do you get off? Is that the one you're talking about?
That was funny.
Yeah, so that would be the Mad Max car. Love that. That thing is so badass. And you can't forget all the James Bond 007 cars are super cool.
Mm.
Mhm.
The original ones, the old DB 6s and 7s and stuff like that. Yeah, that oh man, Bullet Mustang
Well,
is cool.
Here's what I think you need to do. I think you need to.
Death Proof. Has anybody seen that movie? Death Proof.
I thought you did draw that. We
didn't
talked
do
about
Death
it.
Proof.
Oh.
We need to do that. That's also a
So-
sick car.
Quite a few possibilities of things for next Monday.
Stuntman Mike.
I say you maybe do a pre-draw so we can get through it because I want to be able to talk with you about the movie plot next
Hot
Monday.
Rod 1979. Let me
Oh,
look that up.
yeah, before mine too. Sam Metro said there were two movies called Hot Rod. One was from 51 and the other was from the 70s that had the
No.
main character driving a Willys coupe.
What?
Bo Van Gogh said Hot Rod 79. Love that movie.
Okay. No,
So-
I have not seen that.
Oh.
And yes, I want to see that. That looks
well, there you
awesome.
go.
Like I've seen Dirty Larry, Crazy Mary, or I think that's what it's called. I've seen I went back and tried to watch as many of the older
All right. So he's
Hot
saying,
Rod movies of like anyway, Hot Rod Gang or stuff like that.
he's saying not that one. There's an old Hot Rod movie where a guy steals a motor out of a cop car to run it in his Willys.
Yeah, I think that's what they're talking about.
Oh, okay. So maybe that's the second one.
Yeah, of what Bo Van Gogh is talking about. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Because when I looked it up just now on the Google, it came up with an old Willys.
Well, I think we are going to get back to a drawing next week.
Yeah,
because it's been a minute.
We have some movie cars we have yet to do, so we may have to sit and do a list.
Yeah.
And throw them down there.
Do a list. You'll do a pre-draw.
Because there's still so many, and it sounds like there's plenty of movies that we haven't seen and that you need to visit to earn your car person stature.
I feel like I need to get paid to watch some of these.
You do get
movies.
paid. It's called
Living-
Beauty School Dropout.
Living under this. Yeah, so we'll have to do that, and then
when you get your hair done and you say, "Hey, this is a business expense," listen, you're
Yeah.
getting paid for it.
I don't write any of that stuff off. I should be. We also have in the future more guests
Yes,
for the podcast. So we'll
Yes.
be reaching out to some of those people and
Yes.
coordinating
our good
that
friend
for May.
that's on right now, Sam Metro. We hope to have
Yes.
him on. We definitely plan to have. I'd like to get Art back in here, talk more
Mhm.
about drag racing. That guy's a drag racing savant, if you
Right.
will. He knows so
He
much
loves
about
it.
the older days of drag racing that seem to be, more tracks are closing down, which is sad. I'm trying to get some artist guys. I'm trying to get Squindo on here.
Oh, he'd be a good one.
Lives here in Florida, so I like to get him on.
And I really think it was great that we had Thomas Estrada on.
Yes, that was a great.
So
episode.
it wasn't last week, but the week before. But it was so neat to have an artist on because normally the people that we have on are more car guys or fabricators. I mean, and he was bringing to the table what you do, where you started
Well, he
with the art stuff.
he does it on
So-
a much bigger level than
Yeah,
me.
but I'm saying as far as the conversation and some of the tips and tricks,
Yeah.
it was more art based, which was different than what we've had on.
yeah, that's
before,
what I'm hoping
so.
to get Ben Drag Daddy on. I'd like to get him on. And gosh, I'd love to get. Man, it would be an amazing to get like someone like Bon Franco on if
Mm,
you're listening or
Mm.
anyone knows him. I'd love to get him on.
let us know. Put us in touch. Have his people call our people.
Jeepers. And then there's a bunch of other ones.
Yeah, I just think this year is going to be the year of the podcast. I think there's a lot of people that you've been wanting to have on. This is something we've talked
Yeah.
about for the last couple of years, so we're finally pulling the trigger on it and getting people on. But we've had a great response from the last couple that we did.
Well, and
with
hopefully-
Piro and with Thomas
Yeah,
Estrada.
and that's the thing I'm looking forward to when we go to the Show Me Lowbrow show is that
Yes.
we can connect with some of the artists that were there.
Yep.
And
like Hot Rod Jen, I'd love to have her.
oh
on.
my God, yes,
Yes, and I can make that happen.
her and the our guy, a guy from the trash company that I started following his art, and amazing artist. And yes, it would be great to have that guy who's kind of coming up and killing it.
Yeah.
Doing amazing work. So there's a lot of people that would be cool to just kind of highlight and stuff like that. So.
Yep. And again, we'll put the feelers out there if anyone listening
I like
is
a Bo Van Gogh
interested.
too, like one
Yeah.
of those kind of guys, or even you out there,
Let us know if you'd be
Yeah.
interested in coming on and telling your story and sharing your influences. And
Yeah.
Do I get story time then?
Like a Cameron McNulty.
what would you like to
Go
share?
ahead and
I
let's
don't
hear
know.
about your background. What you got
My
going on.
background?
Are you an artist?
No.
Are
I'm
you
a mother of 3.
She is.
She did make some pretty
Wonderful
cool-
kids.
She made some cool stuff.
What do you do in your spare time?
Read.
She's a reader.
Read.
Oh,
Like
she
to
didn't
read.
get that from her dad. Not so much a reader.
Mm,
But you're spending some time with your father
Yep.
now as an adult, and
Yep.
you're seeing you see his handiwork
mhm,
that he did in real life. You get to see
Yeah.
that car he built.
mhm.
You get to see his
Sure that-
artwork.
Oh, you wrote it. That's right. When we went to get our tattoos, we wrote in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get to see the process,
That was a fun experience.
how his mind works and how his
Yeah.
creativity works.
Yep.
And what are your thoughts?
Mm. He's good at what he does.
He
Oh,
is.
Yeah.
Are you
yeah.
proud of him?
Very.
Yeah.
Oh, you're welcome.
Oh.
$20 is over there.
Hey, I thought it was 100.
Oh,
Oh my goodness.
cheap work ain't cheap. How's it go? Anyway, something about work is cheap and cheap work ain't cheap, or I don't know. I don't get.
Anywho,
Meh.
Well, gosh, we've had such a fun time hanging out with you guys, rehashing the movies. If you saw a print that we shared tonight,
all of them are available.
all of
on
them
the
are
website.
available on johnnyjalopy.com for a very affordable price of Sketchy Live pricing, which is $20.
$20.
17 by
Can't
11.
beat that.
No, you sure
No.
can't. 17 by
Good
11
deal.
comes on
Yeah.
thick cardstock. They look. I think they look better printed.
Yeah.
But yeah, so if you have any there, all of them, every season we've been doing 8 years of Sketchy Live drawing
Mhm.
stuff, and now we've moved into this podcast space and doing that and kind of a mixture of both. It's been a lot of fun, but there's tons of stuff over there. To go ahead to the website, johnnyjalopy.com.
Mhm.
You can catch all that cool stuff here. And of course, we appreciate you hanging out here at YouTube. If it's your first time, please hit that like and subscribe button and hit the notification thing, because when we go live, because we generally do
Yes.
go live, we don't do which we plan to do, add shorts and different things like that, more content, but generally we do a live broadcast. So it's more fun. I think it's definitely it's more challenging to the brain and conversation. There's less fakeness. Not that anybody else who doesn't do it is fake. I'm not
We're
saying that.
super real though.
I'm just saying it's
We don't edit.
Cam seen it. We haven't stopped talking since we really started an hour ago, and we had stuff to talk about.
We're holding our own, darn it.
That's right. James
Yeah, good at what you do.
James Taylor. She has no clue who that is
No.
until I sang one song, and then
Now we know.
Yeah.
But yeah, Sketchy Live guys, thank you
So
for
movies that
tuning in.
Eddie B needs to see.
Oh,
Two
Don't-
Lane Blacktop,
okay.
Death Proof,
Okay.
Write a list.
Cobra. We got to see. Well, maybe Cobra will be the first one we check out because it's Sylvester Stallone. It's a
We'll
silly
see.
cop one. Hey, have you ever seen another? Also has a really cool off-road vehicle in it. Turner and Hooch.
Yes.
Yeah.
Not Turner and Hooch. Sorry. What's the one with Sylvester Stallone and Kurt Russell? It is Tango and Cash.
Yes, I did see that back in the
Okay.
day.
That's-
Do not remember a car.
Yeah, the truck, big off-road vehicle they
I don't
drove
remember it.
as cops at the end. It was great.
Anywho, guys,
Interesting.
Yeah,
Mm,
you remember that movie?
no.
Oh,
thank you for tuning in. We're gonna let people go.
all right.
We appreciate you guys hanging in there with us tonight and taking that little stroll down
Yeah.
memory lane with us.
Thanks for hanging out. Johnny Jalopy here.
Itty B.
And my beautiful daughter over there, all the way from across the pond
Wow.
in Wyoming.
across-
It's me.
It's across the pond.
It's me too.
Cameron McNulty.
Hey, we loved hanging out with you guys. Have a great week. We'll see you next Monday.
and stay tuned
Oh.
for some YouTube posts this week. Johnny with the grandkids.
Yes, we're going to be doing some
in Jalopy's
creating.
garage.
We're going
So
to do some crazy creating. So we hope to see you there. Hit like and subscribe. Hit the notification bell. Hit all this. Smash that. do the thing, smash it,
Smash it.
smash it, and as always, stay
Stay
sketchy.
sketchy.
We'll see you guys next week.
Bye, guys.
Peace.
Bye.